Hey there, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to learn one of the configuration management tools that is Ansible. Before getting started, I want you guys to visit my Medium blog where I explain some of the technologies like Jenkins versus Tecton, Ansible versus Terraform, when to use Ansible and when to use Terraform. Also check out my LinkedIn profile and as well as my Instagram page for further updates. I'll be mentioning all the links in the description below. Okay, let's get started. In today's agenda, we have Ansible. We'll get to know what is Ansible, about configuration management and the architecture of the Ansible, inventory, and what is playbooks and modules, config files, as well as YAML and JSON. Okay, first of all, what is Ansible? So, Ansible is a open source configuration management tool. So, if I say configuration management, I mean that change, I'm going to make some changes to my infrastructure. Okay, I'm configuring my infrastructure just by one click. So, what is the changes? What I mean by changes? So, maybe I'm going to install some packages to my worker machines. Okay, so for example, packages like wget or tree, right? I'm going to install all these packages to my worker machine just by one click. We can trigger that task by integrating Ansible with Jenkins. We'll see that in the further videos, but in today's section we'll just see what is Ansible. Okay, so configuration management means I'm just making some changes to my infrastructure. I'm just installing some packages to my infra. Okay, that is what configuration management is. So we use this tool for configuration management, as I told. So with this, we can solve wide range of automation challenges. Like I told you, right? So I cannot go to single worker machine, and I cannot install the particular packages. I cannot go to single machine every time, and I cannot install it, install it every time. Just by one click, I'm going to install the packages like wget or any packages. So I'm just going to install the packages in a number of worker machines, 100 plus of worker machines or hundreds of worker machines just by one click. So that is what uh, Ansible is for. So Ansible, taken up by Red Hat in 2015. It's a Python based tool. Okay. So this is the architecture of Ansible. Here we can see playbook, inventory, host, SSH, and all we can see here. So in detail here you can see the control machine. So controller machine we have here and the host machines we have here. Control machine, on control machine, Ansible should be installed. On host machine, just Python should be installed. As I told, Ansible is a Python based tool. I don't have to install Ansible on my worker machines. I just have to install the Python. So, and one thing to be noted is that if I'm using the Ansible, my control machine should be on the Linux machine. Okay, so I can use worker nodes or worker machines, different flavor of Linux or and Windows and all, but controller machine should be on the Linux machine. So here we can see the inventory playbooks. In controller machine we can see inventory playbooks, modules, and Ansible config files. So we can connect and we'll be connecting this controller machine to our worker nodes by SSH. Okay, so SSH, in if our worker node or worker machine is Windows, we connect with Windows remote management. Okay, this is the entire architecture. We'll see the each and every aspect one by one. Okay, inventories is just a list of, it contains the list of host machines, like its host machines IP address or its names. It's just a list it contains the list of worker machines, and it you know it decides where playbook tasks should be operated, which maintains, this inventories maintains the list of IP or host name. Okay, so and where the Ansible has to make changes, in which node and Ansible has to make changes. Everything will be there in the inventory files. Okay, that is about the inventory. And next thing we have playbooks. Playbooks is user defined, so which describes the task to be executed. It's like a instruction manual. Okay, so playbook is an instruction manual. This is a user defined. We define it written in a simple language like AML or JSON. So we can write it in AML or JSON. Simple language means it will be in the key value. Okay, so just the name of the, if I take an example, key value example, a name of the worker machine and its IP address. It's a data will be there. It's like a key value. And if I want to install some packages in my worker machines, I have to give instruction. So I should write the instruction in the playbook. So that is what playbook has. And next we have modules. Modules, these are like tools, pre-built tools in Ansible. There are 500 plus core modules available in, Ansible. We can customize some of the modules. So modules are nothing but it's just a small Python programs already present in the, already available in the Ansible. As soon as you install Ansible, this default pre-built modules will be there in the Ansible. So and if we use this module to apply changes, what changes needs to be done, we'll use this module. Okay, if you want, ping module, if you want to ping that particular server, so we use that ping module like that. So these are the modules we have in the Ansible. And Ansible config files. Config files are just, configuration files. These are located in this path, this location, etc/ansible/ansible dot cfg config file ali. So here, most of the settings can be done. Most of the modification can be done here. So like if you want to give password authentication, or if you want to configure your SSHD, or if you want to generate your SSH key, so those tasks will be done in this file. So we can set or modify the things here in Ansible config file. But the default configuration should satisfy the most use cases. So default configuration will be there. So that should be satisfied for the most use cases. That is about Ansible config file. And advantages of Ansible, if I talk about the advantages, why Ansible? Because there are many tools available in the market. Chef, Puppet, why Ansible? Because it's easy to learn. Because it's written in Python. So obviously Python is easy to learn. So that's why it's easy to learn. And easy installation and configuration style. No need to install Ansible on worker nodes, as I told you in the previous slide. Here you can see in the host machine we just have Python. We don't have to install Ansible in the worker machine. So we just have to connect the worker machine to SSH. That is it, and it is highly scalable. So how many number of worker nodes I want to have a changes with, so we can scale up. Okay, it's highly scalable. That is the advantages of Ansible. And that is it for today. Just an introduction to Ansible. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for joining me.